Interview with Gary Robson. We sat down to begin the interview. I placed the tobacco offering between us. We talked a little before he motioned to the tobacco and asked me, "What is that for?" I fumbled for an answer and I said, "For you." He asked me again, and I was not sure what to say. I am new to Aboriginal traditions, and even though we went over this in class, I was a little nervous. After some thought, I said, "For our interview," and he nodded in agreement. My first question, since we're on the topic of tobacco, was about the use of tobacco in ceremonies. Gary responded by talking about how tobacco was the tool for sharing and how it opened doorways. There were rules. Tobacco was a sign of respect. It was not intended for smoking, like today. It was for ceremonial use. It was a deal maker. People would show respect for wise ones by offering tobacco. No tobacco, no talk. The effect of the residential schools on tobacco caused a loss of misunderstanding and lost its meaning. This was due to the Europeans coming for religious freedom. They established churches and did this to ground them. After they were established, they turned to the Aboriginal people and outlawed their way of life, their religion, and their right to their own beliefs. They forced them to schools and taught them to fear their own culture and its teachings, like the use of tobacco. My second question, Gary, was about the sweat lodge and how it played a part in his life. He responded, "It tells a story, and every nation has a different story to tell. Everyone. These stories are handed down, and eventually you are expected to tell that story, and then to listen carefully how it was being told. The sweat is a ceremony to cleanse the body, mind, and spirit. The negativity is to be left in the pit. You are to leave like a new person. You are to have good thoughts because you are only as strong as the weakest person in there." Gary said to the pray to be stronger. While inside, the pain as you feel inside is the payment for the answers to your questions. Around the world, there are different types of sweats, each as steam baths and saunas. Even though they're all a little different, they have the same meaning. Gary also believes there is only one God or Creator, and that there is no difference in meaning between an angel with a halo and wings or a helper that is a bird or an animal. They are the same. And because there are more similarities than differences, the respect remains the same for each one. It all reverts back to cleansing the body and mind and spirit. Gary asked me what my name, Red Thundercloud, and clan, Bear Clan, was, and what the meaning meant. I responded I had no idea and realized that I should know this. He told me that the understanding the strengths and the weaknesses of your clan can help you be a better person, and that you should look at both sides because you could only be following the negative side, not realizing it. My last question was why women wear dresses during ceremonies. Gary could only give me a male interpretation of this, and all women in the world wear dresses. The teepee cover is wrapped around to protect the inside. The sweat lodge is wrapped around to protect the inside. The dress is wrapped around to protect the woman. The dress is a symbol of respect to Mother Earth and how the moon grandmother that needs to be learned again, to reconnect and learn to be a helper of women. Traditionally, roles have been that a woman is inside the home, the man is outside. Most people get offended by that stereotype. But to create balance inside and outside the home, Gary believes needs to be helpers on each other and take care and provide for one another so that a harmonized connection can be renewed. My interview with Gary Robson was too short. To listen to him speak and tell stories about the journey and life experiences was fascinating and left me wanting more. To talk to a person with such vast knowledge and experience about culture and personal history has always been an interest of mine. I hope that this has paid tribute to Gary Robson.